Quality, service, atmosphere. You're next in the chair. Feel at home in the Barbershop. Gbush offers a fresh cut on sports. The Barbershop isn't just grooming for guys. It's culture, it's lifestyle, it's sports. And it's now the Barbershop is giving the sports scene a sheer shave and shine. Join the makeover now. Follow Garrett Bush at Gbush91 on Twitter.
What's up, man? It's your boy G Bush, back at it again. Before we get into this preview of the Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, got a special Black Friday promotion going on. If you want some gear, barbershop gear, yes, if Shopify site is open at shopfifthmerch.com. You'll see it up above me right here. Also, it'll be a link in the description. If you want some gear for Black Friday, I'm going to be giving out a free barbershop t-shirt. All you got to do is simply like and subscribe to the Barbershop. Go ahead and like and subscribe to that on Twitter. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then go ahead and fill out a quick entry form. That entry form will be also linked in the description. When you fill out that entry form, name, email, address, we'll raffle off a winner, and we'll do that at 6 p.m. on Sunday. The deadline to enter the giveaway is going to be Sunday at 1 p.m. We're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to announce it after the Pittsburgh Steelers game. So you can get an opportunity, some hats like this, some joints like this. We'll even at one point in time may even give out free hoodies like that. So we're going to do that every single month. We're going to give away barbershop gear. And once again, barbershop gear is exclusively at shopfifthmerch.com. Link in the description. Go ahead and fill out that survey and get your gear today. Let's get into this Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns preview. And ain't no love lost here. Why you think I got the fatigues on? Why you think I got the fatigue general game on today? It's because it ain't no love lost. This is war games out here today. This week, we ready to go. And that's why I'm coming war ready. Because the Pittsburgh Steelers is the only team you're going to hear me talk about in no certain terms that I do not root for to get no wins on Sunday, that I don't care to play with them on Madden. I don't even like black and yellow together. I don't like Wiz Khalifa. I don't like I don't like nothing that be going on in Pittsburgh. Don't like it. And one of the reasons I don't like what's going on in Pittsburgh is for the simple fact that it just goes to show you how corny and over the top the league is, and the bias and the just over the top cornball behavior of the way they just went with this situation with Mason Rudolph. We got one of our best defensive players in Myles Garrett suspended. And we've gone through ad nauseum about what's going on with Myles Garrett in the situation with him. But when you look at it, it's all about bias. The Pittsburgh Steelers is a flagship organization. And I'll give it to you. You guys won your Super Bowls. Y'all did what y'all supposed to. But what Myles Garrett did ain't no different from what the Pittsburgh Steelers have been doing to us since day one. Y'all remember these plays?
Quarterback obviously going out of bounds, obviously in the grass and on his way to the ground. We'll give you a look at it at home. Let you decide for yourself. Sight gets back against the three-man rush now. And watch him sift up through the rush. White to the outside. They're coming up. Joe Green inside. He still has no one to throw to. Ducks the ball. Now he's going out of bounds and down. Obviously spearing. And even though Lambert was not that late getting in there, his intent was to put some damage on that quarterback. And that's what the call was for. Intentional roughness. Unnecessary roughness.
He's going out. Lambert apparently has been ejected from the game.
But people running around telling us it's the worst thing we've ever seen. Assault, Gbush. It's assault.
Update from the Browns-Steelers game with a rookie quarterback. You got to get creative on offense. Josh Cribbs in the Wildcat. And you see at the end, helmet-to-helmet contact between James Harrison and Josh Cribbs. Clearly down and hurt. This was about a minute ago. They have just taken Cribbs into the locker room.
He should be lucky he's not in jail.
Down by 4, you probably take it if you're Cleveland. You're feeling okay, but you have your fingers crossed. Yes. Mike Bell is in. 1st and 10. Bell picks up Polamalu. Exaqua was drilled. Oh, my goodness. Harrison again laying the wood, and he is slow to get up.
If you don't get up out of here with that.
Once again, a violent collision. This one's head-to-head, much in the same way it was with Joshua Cribbs. Now, why wasn't the flag thrown on the earlier one? Remember, Cribbs was a runner with the football. He was not in a defenseless position. Watch Massacre. See, he's defenseless. No way he can protect himself.
Get up out of here about that self-indignant morality stuff.
It's at the 15 end of this play. The end of the run. First down. As he lets go of the football. Here comes Harrison. Look at the head snap back. Helmet to helmet. No question there, Brad.
The Pittsburgh Steelers been playing dirty. They've been about that life. We've seen the games that they've been playing. And on top of it, they've been cocky about it.
Tremendous return, but a real mistake by Brown at the end of it. Makes the first guy miss here, and he's going to make 9 other guys miss here. Just flailing away at number 84, but I don't know why Brown thought he had to do that. He had the outside. He could have scored easily if he sticks to his left, but instead tries to hurdle landing and puts his foot right in the face mask.
A cleat to the face of Spencer Lanning right there.
They've been doing this type stuff. For them to act like this is some crazy over-the-top egregious stuff that Myles Garrett should be put in jail for 5 to 10 years is ridiculous. Another thing that I don't like about the Steelers and the way they be perpetuating stuff is these guys walk around with a swag that is just so over the top. Like, you got Hodges and Mason Rudolph, and those are going to be your quarterbacks. You got Juju Smith-Schuster might be coming back, but, I mean, okay. I mean, I guess he's Juju Smith-Schuster, but I'm not pressed by him. He's a decent ball player, but come on, man. Like, he's good, he's decent, but he ain't top 5 or nothing. You got James Conner. I mean, I guess. I mean, he ain't the second coming of Barry Sanders. I mean, come on, man. But they be running around here in every pregame show, every postgame show. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and how they're just such a flagship organization and a Rooney's and 3 coaches in 30 years. Listen, don't nobody care about that, man. Don't nobody care about that. Y'all can say that all y'all want to. I'm tired of turning on Terry Bradshaw, picking the Steelers every doggone week like they got something coming. They ain't got nothing coming. I'm not stopping the microwave for the roster they got. They got a nice little defense. They got TJ Watt. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of y'all force-feeding this narrative like the Steelers that's just good every year. The Steelers have not been good like that for a number of years. Last year, they weren't no good. So this thought process, like, you know, oh, they're going to be good regardless because you had 3 coaches in 30 years. I'm not taking nothing away from y'all as far as what y'all done with championships. But this game is year to year, like I tell everybody. The game is year to year. Right now, the Cleveland Browns should have no issues beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's down to 1 or 2 people. Once again, Freddie Kitchens and Baker Mayfield. That would mean you got outplayed by a guy named Hodges, and I'm not talking about Craig Hodges, the former Chicago Bulls 3-point. Like, come on, we're not talking about him. We talk about some dude. We ain't talk about Merrill Hodge. Like, we talk about some dude named Hodges, and we already seen what Mason Rudolph talking about. So for the fact that people just, this is going to be crazy, the Browns should win this game. The Browns should win this game. And the thought process that I work in the media up here. And, some stuff is just crazy how I got brethren up here that's running around talking about how that's some big time. We beat the Steelers twice in a year. We haven't done that since 1988. There'd be a great triumphant victory for the Browns if they could be. Listen, Le'Veon Bell don't play for them. Antonio Brown don't pay for them. Ben Roethlisberger is injured. Come on. Like, I'm not about to. Troy Polamalu ain't playing right now. Like, James Harrison in his prime ain't playing. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the Browns, player for player, are way better than the Pittsburgh Steelers. They get love off of past, off of clout, off of perception, off of history, off of just perception. And to be truthful, I ain't feeling it. So the Browns should come into this game feeling that they can get this win. And they shouldn't have no problem coming in, doing what they need to do, and taking care of business. But when you look at the bigger pictures and the bigger total picture of this situation, is the Browns have an opportunity. They got a shot. I said I'm not going to do no more playoff talk or whatever that's going to be until they get to 500. They get to 500 against the Steelers, we might be able to talk about something. They might have a shot to then creep up on a few teams and win. But the problem I got is for every single win that they get down the stretch, it highlights how egregious the losses they had previous to this win streak actually were. You gonna look at it, and everybody saw that 10-6 year with Derek Anderson and the Browns, and at that point in time, 10-6, that was the Kellen Winslow team, that was the Braylon Edwards team. That 10-6 team, you can trace that season of why they didn't make it to the playoffs, because they lost to the Cincinnati Bengals late in the year that they had no business losing to. And they end up going 10-6 and not making the playoffs. I trace this situation back to the Denver Bronco game. Because if the Browns, if you look at the schedule, even if the Browns come out and they go, they win the rest of the games and say they lose to Baltimore, that puts them at a 9-7 season, right? But think about it. If they just beat the Broncos, that 9-7 record becomes 10-6. And we can do something with that. But now that you're behind the 8 ball, and now that you got to win every single game, games like that against teams like the Broncos, who are playing a guy who's never started a game before, are going to come back and bite you in the tailbone. Pause. Because you got to win that game. I don't mind if they lost to the Rams. Should they have won? Probably. I don't mind if they lost to the Seahawks. We see what the Seahawks and Russell Wilson is doing. He's either 1 or 2 with Lamar Jackson for the MVP. Should they have won that game? Yes, probably. Y'all was up all kind of points. But in the scheme of things, you can understand when you're going to lose to not top-notch teams and doing certain things like that. But when you look back at it, I can't accept them losing to Denver. Because if they beat Denver and take care of their business against those teams that they should take care of business, you don't need to come out and win every single game to make it even, right? Buffalo Bills have shown you that. The Buffalo Bills ain't beat nobody of consequence, including the Browns. Buffalo ain't beat nobody. But what they have done is they've come out and played well against the teams that they are inferior to. The teams that are inferior to them, they beat them. And that's key in trying to get to the playoffs. So I think that game's going to come back and haunt them. This is a game in which this is going to be key for playoff situation. The loser of this is out. Loser of this thing is out. You already got 7 losses. Stop putting their name in the hunt graphic at the bottom of the screen on Sundays. Don't have them in the hunt. In the hunt means stop. They need to stop with the in the hunt anyway. The in the hunt, when you got the team, 16 teams, and the 15th team is in the hunt. Come on, man. Just because you mathematically is still in it, don't mean you really a playoff caliber team. So the loser of this situation is going to have a very tough time clawing their way back into the situation. It is what it is. To be honest with you, I feel like the Steelers is placebo anyway. The Steelers cannot beat nobody in the play. If they made it to the playoffs, the Steelers are not beating anybody of consequence on the road, ever. It's not happening as constituted. There's no way they're going on the road to beat the Chiefs, sure as hell not the Ravens, definitely not nobody like the Patriots. They ain't had no work with them. And I don't think they can beat whoever wins the AFC South. And I don't think they beating the Texans. I definitely think they're not beating the Colts. So, they might be able to beat the Bills if the Bills will end up with that wild card, but that's not even possible. So at least when you're looking at teams, the Browns have enough firepower on offense to say, hey, they got Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham and 2 of the best backs in the league. They can make life scary for a team in the playoffs. You got to still cover them. Like, they may not be what you need them to be to actually win playoff games because the defense is greatly compromised with no Myles Garrett. Morgan Burnett is out. I don't know if Olivier Vernon is coming back or how good he's going to come back with that knee injury. They ain't got no safeties. I mean, they're down to bare bones almost on defense. But offensively, Cleveland Browns offensively on talent, you still got to cover them. And they still have an opportunity to put up points. So that's the thought process that you got when you're talking about which team has the more potential going into the playoffs. And I don't think people want to play the Browns compared to the Steelers. They just don't want to do it. I think moving forward, when you look at this game is going to be key. And the key is going to be the first drive of the game. If the Browns can come out and score on the first drive of the game or the first few possessions of the game, it changes the complexion of the game. Because guess what? Now you got a quarterback with not very much experience that is now has to make points up. Don't keep the game close where he feels he can be comfortable and they think a punt is a good deal, or they think that kicking a field goal is that type of game plan is going to work because it's it's low scoring affair. Or if they just say, we're going to just keep deferring to our defense. Our defense is shutting the Browns out. Let's just go ahead and keep moving, keep fighting to live another drive. Maybe we get some points here, sprinkle a touchdown in, keep the game close, and now their quarterback can be effective. If the Browns come out, get points on the board quickly, all of that is null and void. Because now you gotta score. Ain't none of this conservative, we're going to have to just mix it up and, make the game muddy. No. Come out, get 7, 14 points real quick on them boys and make them think. Come on, Hodges. This ain't rock and jock b-ball. You don't get a 25-point touchdown. Ain't no 25-point joint coming from the ceiling.
Bomb they did, connecting on 4 of 18 attempts as they stormed to a 19-point lead.
And a 10-pointer by Danny Manning.
It was violator Billy Owens' 10-pointer with time running out that finally stopped the bleeding. And while our teams make some halftime adjustments and sort things out, let's shift some gears of our own. Here's House of Pain to perform Jump Around.
Oh no! It's the 25-point basket by Michael Rappaport. I don't even know why they had Michael. He might be an alien. Michael Rappaport been 55 since 1996. He was in every one of them NBA rock and jock joints. He was in all of them. And I still don't know what he did. I still don't know what movie he was in. Shout out to Rappaport, by the way. But when you look at it, The Steelers-Brown rivalry could be back, but I'm not looking for no good rivalry. I'm looking for them to bury them. I could care less about competitive games. I could care less about who's out for the Steelers. All I care about is them going over there and beating the brakes off the Steelers. I said before, I have no love lost for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't like their terrible towels. I just know. I will say you're a barbershop hat, though. I might have something for you. Maybe gray, a little off-metal joint. Fire. Steelers fans, holler at your boy, shop5merch.com. But as far as on that field, no love lost. And for all those people, let me tell you something, too. And I'm going to leave you with this. There's been a lot of talk in the media talking about people saying that the Steelers fans ain't going to let nobody wear their Myles Garrett jersey in the stadium in Pittsburgh. What? Since when is sports fans and fantasy football players thugs? Are you serious? Y'all must not be where the walk of life I come from. You asking to be seriously hurt if you're walking up on a person you don't know, harassing them, talking about you can't come in this game wearing no Myles Garrett jersey. We gon' victimize you. Listen, man, you work for a living. You might want to pipe down, stop letting that liquid courage get to you, watch your game, and get ready for work on Monday. That's what you might want to do. This ain't the streets. This ain't no mafia games. This is not some movie. You liable to get beat up doing something like that. I'm 6'5", almost 300 pounds. I'm not walking up to nobody talking about what I can have on or what they can have on. I don't know that dude. I don't know him. I don't eat birthday cake with him. Listen, that dude might be a prize fighter. He might be a welterweight, bantam, 135 junior, Golden Gloves, Pan American Golden Game winner. Might knock my big self right out and slide me up under one of them bleachers. I ain't got no time for that. I come here to watch this game, hang out, chill with my boys or my girl or a little both and go home. Talking about some, you can't have no Myles Garrett jersey on there. What is this, Bloods and Crips now? You got the wrong colors over here, homie. Where you from? What set you rep? Boy, if you don't stop playing around, y'all better stop it. This is what y'all revert to when y'all ain't got a squad. When Mason Rudolph your quarterback, all of a sudden it's what set you clean. Listen, don't go to work. Don't be a tough guy. Stop being a tough guy. Don't do it to yourself. Because at the end of the day, what does that prove? What does it prove? It proves nothing. Go to the game, enjoy the game, and stop being tough. Because we already know what y'all do. Y'all act tough, but when something happens, you play the victim. Oh my God, I'm going to have to press charges because I know I tried to take another guy's helmet off, but I wasn't strong enough to do it. And then I kicked him in the groin, and then I chased him, and then he hit me over the head with a helmet, and now I'm going to sue him for assault. That's your people. It's not my people. But as always, it's your boy Gbush. You want that Browns gear? Link in the description. We'll get you some of that Barbershop gear. Sign up for the contest. That'll be down there. And as always, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to me on Twitter at Gbush91. Contest is going to be on and popping until 1 p.m. on Sunday. But it's all for all y'all. Have a great holiday. Stay safe. Stay safe. Eat some turkey for me. And always listen for the Clippers. It's the Barbershop. Hey friends, it's Garrett Gbush, but most of you know me as Gbush, the host of the hit radio show The Barbershop on Sports Radio 92.3 The Fan in Cleveland, Ohio. As I travel and interact with fans of the show in Northeast Ohio and all around the country, I always get the same question. Yo, where can I get this barbershop gear at? Well, the wait is finally over. I am happy to announce that the barbershop merchandise will now be available online at shopfifthmerch.com. The shop will also feature the latest clothing, hats, shoes, and accessories from the barbershop. Yeah, I did say that right. The barbershop even has its own shoes. Crazy, right? ShopFifthMerch.com has a little bit of something for everyone, including women's and children's apparel. The site also features other new wave brands like 62 Degrees and Sucre Morado. Remember, the barbershop isn't a place, it's a feeling. Join the movement today and grab your gear. You've been locked in with Gbush in the Barbershop. Feel free to take a look at some of our other videos linked here, and also subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our updated content coming out regularly. Thanks again for listening.